Christina, and so today I want to show you how I prep my canvases to do a reverse canvas. A lot of people just like to take and cut along the edge and tear them off. Well, I don't like the staples being in there, so this is for those that don't like the staples, the extra staples. So let me show you how I do it. I just get the Super Value Pack from Hobby Lobby. It's $9.99 for 7 on this size. These are the 11 by 14s. So, and then I use one of these little bitty screwdrivers, so you don't need anything fancy or anything. But these work really, really great. And then I actually have another pair of pliers that like this, but they're short and fat and it's square at the top. They work really great for pulling the staples out. But my 1-year-old got a hold to them and I don't know where they're at. So I'm having to use these. So any kind of just little, pliers. And I like these because they're spring action. These you got to keep, pulling them apart and yeah. So let me get this opened and we will get started. I absolutely love doing canvases. I didn't know that I would, but being with Chalk Couture, it is just so quick, easy to whip up. Okay, so I'm going to zoom you in as close as I possibly can to try. Okay, there we go. Okay, so all I do is I go down in one of these corners right here and I just kind of wiggle it in there. Be careful, keep your fingers out of the way. I have stabbed this finger so many darn times. And I've never cut myself, but I have stabbed it and it does hurt. So sometimes you can just put your hand, your left hand or whatever over on this, depending on, your right or left. I'm right-handed, so just you put this hand over here to brace it. And you just wiggle it under. And if you damage this canvas, it's fine because you're going to cut that off anyways. So I just get in there and pop them up. And it literally takes me less than 5 minutes to disassemble. Some of them can be tricky, so you just got to kind of wiggle it down in there. But like I said, it takes me less than 5 minutes to disassemble one of these. Especially once you get the hang of it. I know they make, tools out there that I've seen people use. You don't need anything like that. Ooh, I'm going to stab my finger again. But yeah, like I said, some of them can be tricky. And if you damage the back of the canvas, I mean, you're not going to damage it too much. So if you do have to kind of, get down in that groove to get it, then it's okay, because again, you're going to take this canvas and you're going to cut it and put it back on the back of this. So that's going to be covered anyways. So do not worry about any holes left or anything like that. I see a lot of people asking, well, what's a reverse canvas? And at first I didn't know either. People were using it. I was like, oh, going to YouTube. And I've seen all kind of different ways people do them. And this is the easiest way for me. Like I said, some people will take a box cutter or an X-Acto knife and cut along here and just pull this off. No, it's much easier. So now I'm just going to take my pliers and I'm going to go to the biggest part. And look there. You just pull it right on out. Oh, let me figure. Okay, here we go. Just pull it right on out. Yeah, these pliers are old. And see, they just pop right on out. Alright. So, that's how quick that was. So I'm just going to fast forward through the rest of this, taking this off, and then I'll come back and show you how and see, sometimes the whole staple will come out. So, but yeah, I'm going to get the rest of these out and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So I have removed all the staples from the back of the canvas. So now I am going to just peel these up and pull these corners apart. And this is what you're going to use as your frame. And you can stain it, paint it, leave it the way it is. I used some stains. That's what I did for this one. I just used some espresso. My husband's been using this, so it's all gunked up, but I've been using the Minwax espresso color. I really like that color. And we have a couple other ones. And in another video, I'm going to show you how you can use acrylic paint to stain your wood and give it that, it's painted, but it gives it that stained look. Okay, so I don't think I can zoom out any, oh, wrong way. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you're gonna see my tripod, I'm sorry. But now I'm gonna take the frame, and you have that, and this one has, some of them will come with these staples in the corners. You can take them out. It's not gonna hurt anything. But you have to be very careful when you take them out. So I don't think I'm going to take them out. It just adds a little character in my opinion. So now I'm going to line it back up, pulling these and making sure, you know, it's kind of centered. And then I'm just going to take an ink pen. That's what I have. You can use a pencil, whatever you have on hand. And I'm going to, now let me zoom you in here. Right along the edge here, get as close as possible. I'm going to just trace the canvas out. Because you're just wanting that guideline. If you want to eyeball it and freehand it yourself, that is perfectly fine. So with my OCD, I like to be perfect. And it also helps me when I go to put the canvas back onto the back of the frame. Line that back up. Shift it on me. And if it's a little off, that's not a big deal. Okay, so you can set that to the side. And if you see, there is my guidelines. So you take a roller. I just have this, you can get it over, it's the Fiskars roller, and I like it because it has all the little grid lines that you can use. I always use the furthest line here. I put that on my mark. If you don't want to do that, you can, you know, put this on there, but that's just how I do it. It gives me the perfect size. So I just lay my ruler down in here, and I'm going to, you see my line right here, I'm just going to line that line up, and then you can take an X-Acto knife or anything. I'm using a box cutter, and I'm just going to go right along that edge, and I'm like zoomed in way too much. So I'm just going to go, like I said, I'm just going to go right along that edge. And I didn't bring, oh, here's some. And some pieces will still be attached, but it's fine. I just cut them off. Okay, so you got that, you can toss that. So I do my little sides first when I'm using this cutting mat. I have a bigger cutting mat, but this is just easier. I'm filming this in my kitchen because my baby's sleeping right now. So when I go in there, I have to be quiet. Okay, again, going right along the edge. And just cut it off. Alright, now we're going to do this side. And when I do this side, I do not go all the way to the end. I kind of start a little bit down. That way, when I scoop this up, I can line it up where I need to without it being too off. Because this is just a little 12 by 12 mat, so I just scoot it up. Oh, my tripod's in the way. And get that line back on there. Hey, I'm stuck. Sorry if I sound a little funny. My sinus is down here in South Alabama, and if you've ever been here, you know our weather goes back and forth, hot, cold, hot, cold. So it's messing with my sinuses right now. Alright. got me all sticky. Oops. Okay. So now we just have this one more side over here. Like I said, I love this roller, but again, if you don't have this roller, you don't have to. If you have just any roller, you don't have to buy a fancy roller. I believe in utilizing what you already have if you can. Sometimes I'm just like, oh, I gotta have it. It would make it seem so much easier. I need to go get that right now. And sometimes I will. So, lining that back up. So, maybe I'm being a little enabler here. Alright, so, done with that. I'm not going to put this together because, like I said, I still need to stain this. So, when you do these, let me zoom out here. When you do these, you can use the linen side. I haven't had any problem using my chalk transfers. I don't even have to fuzz them up when I put them on here because you're putting it on fabric. So, you can use that side, or you can use the white side that's already prepped. It already has, you know, a coating of stuff on it. So, when I go to put them back together, whatever side I decide I'm going to use, I will take electrical tape and I tape it along the bottom, and that will give me a something to pull. And then I just use, okay, sorry, my SD card ran out of memory. So anyways, I put electrical tape down at the bottom. That gives me something to pull, you know, so I can get this all lined up and it doesn't shift on me. And then just to staple it back on, I use this staple gun. I do want to invest in an electrical one, but this one works just great. I paid $12, $13, maybe $15 for this at Walmart, and it has come in handy. So when I go to staple it, all I do is I'll staple it in the center, and then I will, you know, the other end down there is taped, so I'll take this corner and I will pull it up and over as tight as I possibly can and staple it. Same with over here, and then I'll go in and put my 2 staples here, and then I'll remove my tape, and then I'll pull this as tight as I can and put it in the center, and then again on the 2 corners and in the middle, and then I go and do my sides. So it is very easy. I can get one of these done everything completely finished, not including drying time, because when you use the stain, you do have to let it dry. So I usually prep a bunch at one time, and then the next day or whatever I'll go in and chalk, because I do, when I chalk these, I assemble them all first, and then I chalk with the frame still attached, because I'm able to center it up and I don't have to sit here and you can do these with vinyl also. I don't know how it would do with you trying to do vinyl inside of it, so you may not be able to do it like this. But for chalking and using Chalk Couture products and the transfers and stuff, it's just much easier for me to go ahead and do it like this, and my transfer will fit exactly inside, because you know your design is not, you know, exactly this size. If you're using, you know, like these are what I said they were. They're 11 by 14. Well, the inside of, when you get this frame, the inside is actually only like 8.5 by 11, I think. Or not 11, but 8.5. Okay, 8.5 by 11.5. So your transfer will fit right down in there. You chalk away, peel it up, and you're good to go. You dry it, and you really, honestly, it's not going to get wet, so you don't have to, you know, seal it. This is one that I keep showing you. This is one I did on the reverse side of the canvas. Sorry, I'm hitting my tripod. So you see, you don't have to seal it. This one has not been sealed. Oh, doesn't that? Oh, maybe if I zoom out, then the peacock color look amazing with the black. I think it does. Anyways, so yeah, that's how I do my canvases. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll answer them. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. I would love that. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please go like my Facebook page. I'm constantly posting things on there. If you would like to join my VIP group where I offer my VIP special deals and things, comment me down in the description and I can send you the link. And yeah, I think that's gonna be all for today. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.